I've come up with a challenge for myself, and I don't know if it's gonna go like really badly or if it's gonna be something I love. Anyway, we have to try. The challenge is that I'm going to try and cover as much information as I possibly can about a given topic, and the topic for this particular video is going to be coffee. But I won't have access to the vast majority of the English language. Instead, I'm going to be constraining my vocabulary down to only 1,000 words available for me to pick from when making this explanation. 985 of the words are going to be completely randomly generated, and I don't know what they are yet, and I'm kind of scared to find out. The remaining 15 words are going to be broken into 2 categories. I will give myself 10 general functional words and 5 topic-specific words. The 10 general functional words are going to be the, a, is, and, to, of, in, that, it, and this. And the 5 topic-specific words for this one are going to be obviously coffee, then caffeine, bean, adenosine, and cherry. Let's meet the other 985 words. I'm going to be doing this using randomwordgenerator.com. Thank you, randomwordgenerator.com, but this website only lets you generate 50 random words at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying and pasting them in batches of 50 into a Google Sheet and then using the remove duplicates feature. All right, the list is done. Not a lot of super useful stuff in here. A lot of things I wish were on the list that aren't. I've got the word nap. That's going to be helpful. Anyway, it's time for me to start building a script for this. In just a sec, I'm going to put all of the words that I have available to work with up on the screen so you can see what I'm working with here. I hope you enjoy, and as always, make sure to look for this guy. He's missing. He's somewhere in the video. See if you can find him. Let me know if you do. Let's see how this goes. Consider a person that in the morning is feeling miserable, like in need of a nap. A reasonable hypothesis is that the person is to get coffee. Coffee is a popular pioneer step to the day for a person coast to coast to coast to coast. This is coffee, and this is coffee, and this is coffee. Well, this is a bean. A bean? Nonsense. It is just the shape of a bean. Well, is it a nut? Try the pit of a cherry. The pit of a cherry? The pit of a coffee cherry. Well, see, the pioneer step to have coffee is to harvest the coffee cherry, and to get the pit to be outside the cherry like this. The pit is to have to lose water and become lighter. To follow this step, the pit, well, bean, coffee bean, is made to be hot. This step is to toast the pit to make a coffee bean, and to take care to stop the toast experience to ensure the bean is like this. In order to make the coffee bean a coffee drink, a person is to torture the bean. Well, to mill it so that it is coffee grounds. Add hot water to the coffee grounds, and this is a coffee drink. And a range of option is available to a person to how to make the coffee drink. Dribble, dribble, drop coffee is popular. Ice coffee is popular. And other coffee that is popular is like stamp coffee grounds in and press hot water in to make a pleasant layer that is like a cream. And to jump to a different cream, option is to add cream to coffee, to add sugar to coffee, to add beef water to coffee. And a person is to have the option to make elegant steam beef water creation. Jaw-drop admiration to a person that is good at this. Imagine. Mine, awful embarrassment. Coffee is popular to the point that it is in respectable competition to water as a drink. And this place is the winner of the High Quantity Coffee Consumer Award. A reason coffee is popular is the addition of energy and enthusiasm experienced by the person that is to drink the coffee. This person is feeling functional. And that is the job of caffeine. Caffeine is a compound that is automatic to have in the coffee bean. And just a moment to jump to a different compound, adenosine. Adenosine is a compound that is automatic to have in the body. And adenosine is a compound that is to tempt a person to nap. Caffeine is a notorious adenosine intervention compound, an adenosine imposter. The result of caffeine in the body is to make the body sense a low quantity of adenosine. And the result of this is a reduction in the feeling of a need to nap. Consider this. It is false to think that this is a reduction in the real need to nap. Think it. To ignore the need of a nap and substitute coffee in place is reckless. And to be a consumer of a high quantity of coffee on a continuous basis is to increase the need to drink a high quantity of coffee on a continuous basis. In this regard, a person is to be addicted to coffee. Withdrawal is to make a person have a feeling of deficiency, depression, and a pain in the brainstorm headquarters. It is ideal to consider excess caffeine as a threat to the health of a person. Well, in a community that is to place coffee at the center of experience, to tell a person to be a low consumer of coffee, it is to tell that person to be dead. Health innovation, the creation of a low caffeine coffee. Rubbish! That is just rubbish! Shelf that strong opinion, scholar. This is the health of a person, and in this regard, the low caffeine coffee is good. Tasty? False. To make the low caffeine coffee, a person is to use the fresh pit of the coffee cherry and place it in hot water. In this step, the pit is to lose caffeine and a different compound that is tasty and a different compound that is tasty. Take the bean outside the water and add to the water a compound that is to do caffeine identification and isolation and make the caffeine leave the water. The step to follow is to add the hot compound water to the coffee bean, and this is a narrow replacement of tasty to the bean. A different option to make a reduction in caffeine is like superintendent carbon. Need to move clear of this. The marketing of coffee is strong and impossible to ignore. The prevalence of the bean in the morning of a person and a community is the work of a coffee marketing mastermind. Day by day, innovation in the coffee sphere is to ensure that a person is to be a continuous and addicted consumer of coffee. Thank. I had so much fun making this video. It's probably, honestly, my favorite video that I've made so far. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and let me know if there are any topics that you would like to see covered in this format with the random vocabulary in the future. I will consider it because I'm absolutely doing this again. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful day.